Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diamond, your favorite social media manager, giving business owners tips on how to build their brand using influencer marketing. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you different ways that you can find the right influencers for your brand. Before I talk about the ways you can find the right influencers, I want to deep dive a little bit into that term, right influencer. So you really know that you found the right influencer when that influencer's brand, so like their mission, their values, directly aligns with your brand, your mission, your values. Now, of course, there are other factors that go into making sure that they are the right one, like their engagement rate, their audience demographic, previous partnerships, but the overlying factor that really goes into making sure that this influencer is the right one for your specific brand is making sure that their brand aligns with yours. So now that we've talked about what it means to find the right influencer, I want to talk about why it's important. And guys, it's so important to find the right influencer for your brand because whoever you choose to work with, they are now representing your brand. They're kind of like an extension of your brand now. So think about how long it took you to build up a good reputation and build up some trust and a connection with your audience. You want to make sure that whoever you choose to partner with, they're not going to weaken or do anything to cause your reputation to falter or fail or disconnect you from your audience. You want to make sure that whoever you partner with, they're only going to strengthen your relationship and kind of propel your business forward and make you have success. And another reason why it's so important to find the right influencer for your brand is because you want the partnership, the campaign, you want it to feel authentic and natural. You don't want it to feel forced. And I see this a lot. Some clients come to me and they're like, hey Diamond, I found a really cool influencer. I tried things out with her, but the campaign really failed. Their audience wasn't into it. My audience wasn't into it. And I'm really not sure why. And so that's when I come in and I do an audit and I kind of look at the campaign and I see the problem right away. And so the problem is that the influencer's brand does not match with the client's vibe in their brand. And so when they tried to work together, the brands didn't really mesh well. And so the partnership really felt a little off. It felt a little unauthentic and just a little forced. And so here's a little pro tip, a way that you can make sure that you're finding the right influencer that is aligned with your brand every time is that you want to write down a couple words that describe your brand. What are words that you want people to feel about your brand when they think about you? It can be words like fearless, bold, creative, anything that really evokes an emotion that you want people to feel when they think about your brand. So now that you have this list that you can reference, whenever you find an influencer that you think you may want to work with, look at their brand, look at their content, and see, does their brand make you feel like those words that you wrote down for your brand? Does their brand give you the same vibe? And if it doesn't, now it doesn't have to be exact, but if it doesn't give you the same kind of feeling, then it's probably not going to be a good partnership. Okay, so the first way that you can find influencers for your brand is by using influencer platforms. Now, an influencer platform, I'm going to relate it to, it's kind of like a dating site or like a matchmaking site for influencers and brands to find each other. So what happens is that an influencer can just make their bio, they put some key factors about themselves like their engagement rate, their audience demographics, maybe some past partnerships, and then you as a brand, you also make a profile, and this is where you can go in and search for the specific influencer that you're looking for. So you can get really specific with the criteria that you're searching for. You can do things like engagement rate, follower size, reach. You can do location, audience demographics, so if their audience is more male, female. And then once you press search, you get a whole list of influencers that match that criteria. And you can start combing through and looking at their profiles and seeing what they're all about. And so I love this one. I use this one a lot, but I do want to say that with using influencer platforms, you do want to make sure that this is just a starting point. I use it to really do a preliminary list of influencers that may fit the campaign that we're going with. So what I do is once I get this long list of influencers, I go in, I read their profile, but I also do a deep dive into their social accounts. So I look at everything from how they're responding to their audience, what questions their audience is asking them, how their social channels are different than each other. I look at all of this and I really do a deep dive of research by using this starting point of influencers. So I highly suggest that you do this too. Now, some influencer platforms that I really love, and I'll leave them down in the description box below for you guys. One is influence.co. This one is by far my favorite. It is actually free for business owners to create a profile and search for influencers. You do get a limited search results, but still, like I said, it's a starting point. So it's really great for brands that are just starting out. And influence.co has a lot of community building features built within it, and I really love it for connecting with influencers even if I'm not helping a client with the campaign at the moment. Another one that I really love is Creator Co. Now this one again is really good for a community sense of building relationships with influencers, and this one I believe starts at $99 per month just to access their influencer network list. So again, super affordable options. Try them out and see which one you like. Okay guys, and now this next way that you can find the right influencers for your brand is a great one that I don't think a lot of business owners even think about. And it's by using your website. So I know what you're thinking, you're like, what? How am I supposed to use my website to find influencers? You're right. This one is more of a influencer finds you type of thing, but hear me out. This one is still really good. So let's say that I'm an influencer and I'm walking down the street and I see your nice storefront. And so I go inside and I see your products. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love your branding. I love your colors. I love your product. I meet you and I'm like, hey, I would love to partner with you. Now take that same concept and apply it to your website. So your website is just like your digital storefront. So the way that you use your website to kind of attract and capture leads from influencers is by creating a landing page for them. Now, I feel like I talk about landing pages all the time. It's because I really love them. I love how they're so easy to just capture information and keep you in touch with your ideal customer and your ideal influencer. So what you want to do is create a landing page that has a small bio. Now, you don't really want this to be about your brand because it is housed on your website, so I'm sure you have an about page. But what this bio is for is to tell a story about how you like to work with influencers. Then you want to have a section that shows some past case studies. The next section will have some testimonials from previous influencers. And then you want to have a contact box so influencers can actually contact you. And so what this landing page does is that I want you to think about it like this. I know a lot of clients that I've worked with, they haven't really liked reaching out to influencers. They feel that it's a little scary, a little awkward. And so if you feel like that as a business owner, some influencers feel like that too. And so they may not want to slide in your DMs. But if they found your page and they love your product and they love your brand and they go to your website and they see this landing page that's really inviting them to contact you, you're more likely to generate some warm leads from influencers that already love your brand, and that way you can start partnering with them. So the next way that you can find the right influencer for your brand is an old faithful one, and it's by using social media hashtags. I know what you're gonna say, but hashtags are not dead yet. Now, they may not be as optimized or useful as they once were to help you reach your target audience, but brands and influencers, they still use hashtags, and so it's a great easy way for brands who are just starting out using influencer marketing. You kind of want to like ease your way into it. It's a great way for you to find those influencers and connect with them. So I hope that this helped you see that it's not as hard and scary as you may think to find the right influencers for your brand. You just have to be really strategic about it and really pick a way that suits your business and your needs right now. And in next week's video, I'll be going over different ways that you can use influencers for your Black Friday launch, because I know Black Friday is coming up and there are some gems in that video, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I hope you have a great day. Bye.